What's up, guys? This is Emma Willmann with Stagebudds.com, and I recently had the chance to sit down with my friends Emilio and Scott from Empire Tonight. Empire Tonight is a event marketing and promotions company that specializes in having a awesome, open, and honest street team. They produce all kinds of comedy shows. They give new comics a chance to perform alongside established headliners from New York, LA, all over the country. How did you guys meet each other, and how did you guys form Empire Tonight?
I met Emilio at a comedy club, actually. I actually hired Emilio when I was running a street team. When he came in, I thought he was gonna last like a day. I was like, this guy's never gonna last.
When I came on, it was, Scott was really kind of in the process of building a team.
And were you out in the streets too, selling tickets as well?
For a long time. We were out there for a long time selling.
Yeah, we were out there together for about
We still go out there sometimes.
You're also booking and producing shows. So how did booking and producing evolve out of the ticket sales?
What happened was, basically, a friend of mine in Connecticut was telling me how there was this great venue in Connecticut that was looking to get involved in comedy, and if we had any interest in helping them produce shows. We didn't know what the process was. Are comics impossible to book? Are they into booking? How much do they get paid? What's the whole? But we were really close with a lot, like Nori Davis, for example. And then what happened was Eric Rivera got in touch with us. And Eric was like, hey, I hear you're doing these shows in Connecticut. I'm totally down to do it. And then Mike Vecchione, and then Marina Franklin, then Andrew Kennedy. And next thing you know, we're like, God, these really big name comics. And then we started learning the process of, it wasn't impossible to get comics to do shows, as long as you gave them a really good room and you treated them well and you're honest with them and all that stuff.
It makes a unique experience, and the comics are excited when you book talent on the rise, because that's something I think is like a token of your shows, is talent on the rise, and you're giving up-and-coming headliners the chance to hone their headlining. So you're actually actively seeking new comics for your roster.
Oh, all the time.
Cool.
We started a Sunday night show, and we called it Comics Rising. And the whole point of the show was to really give these guys an opportunity to do like a nice 15, 20 minutes. We started getting emails from comics that were more, the more established comics.
Right.
They were like, hey, can I get a set on your show? And then we were like, okay, well, we need to do more than one show. There's a good demand for people who want to be on these shows. That's when we started doing 5 shows a week. And now we're doing like 6.
And that's really what separates Empire and what we're doing from anything.
If you have any advice for comedians, just how you've seen some comedians kind of go through the ranks, what would be any advice you would have for comics that are just starting out?
The one thing that I admire from a comedian is working really hard and not being too good for anything.
If you're a stand-up comedian, you're not better than any room. You should be able to work any room.
If there was one thing that you would want people to take away from an Empire Tonight show, what would it be?
T-shirt.
So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Emma Willmann with Stagebudds.com, and I hope you all have an entertaining night.